Some sad news coming out of the NFL world. Ryan Mallett passes away in his 30s. And right away when I see this, I'm like, man, what happened? It had to be some kind of freak occurrence. And we come to find out that he drowned. And, do you guys remember some years back, there were those NFL players, I want to say somewhere around between '07 to 2010, there were those guys that in the off season were out on the water and they got shipwrecked or something like that. And were basically stranded until they lost energy and passed away. It was very, very sad. And not the same situation here, but it just came to mind when I heard of this because originally you just hear that he drowned at a beach, but then the reports said that they were out in the Gulf of Mexico swimming and were out at a sandbar and had trouble getting back. So for those who've been out on the water before, if you're familiar with the marine life lingo or whatever, in my head, I'm hearing that saying it sounds like they were out a bit of a ways, like a sandbar. I don't know, but sad news, man. Ryan Mallett, I remember very well, when he was coming up as a prospect in the draft. And, I'm a Bills fan. We had a tough time many years with our QB situation. So, every year leading into the draft, all us fellow Bills fans would have different discussions about certain prospects and stuff like that. And, Mallett ultimately ended up being drafted by the Patriots, which for a guy coming out of college at that time, it's got to be bittersweet. Great to be a pro, but then, you're on the bench behind Brady, which means that starting job is sewed up until he decides else otherwise. So, Mallett, obviously was a backup there, went on to Houston and some other places, but ultimately his NFL career, you know, in a sense, kind of was over in a blink of an eye. I mean, I believe he was a pro for 7 years, but I don't know. It is what it is. It's wild gauging talent from college to the pros. You never know what it's going to be like for a certain guy, if they're going to be able to cut it in the NFL or where they land and, what's going on with that team, what kind of transition that franchise has going on and everything. But we see here the NFL, just shared that they're deeply sad and, prayers out to Mallett's mother. Arkansas Razorbacks also giving their condolences and saying how Mallett, brought them to some of their ultimate highs as a college football team. He put up some serious numbers there. This guy had a crazy arm, but just some very, very shocking, sad news. I don't think any of us expected to hear. Deceased in his 30s. Really, guys, we only get one life out here, live it up. So young to die. Jump in the comments. It's Coffee. Thanks for watching. Comment. Were you a Razorbacks fan or, just a college football fan? What's your memories of Mallett playing ball and or any in the pros as well? Let's talk about it all. I'm out of here. Peace. R.I.P. Mallett.